All right, we'll wait for everybody to get back in here. That was weird. Hopefully everybody gets a notification and comes on in. That was weird. All right, got that settled. Should be good now. Hey, Christina Carr, welcome back. No, something happened with our internet. Yeah, we went off. It just went off. Welcome back, Jess. Glad you're here. The other live, for some reason, ended, even though we didn't end it. It just went off. But the internet's back, and all I had to do was unplug the big giant modem, and it's back. Christina James is back. Oh, we're getting a crowd again. Okay, good. Joe will find her way back in. Cindy's in the house. Hello, Cindy. Cindy wasn't here on the first live, but she's here on the second live, and that's good. There's Kevin Level Up Life. Good job, Kev. Crafting and Crime Daily's back. Rebecca's in the house. All right, everybody will find their way back in. The internet went off. It just went off. I don't know what the heck, man. Don't know what the heck. All right, let me get that back on there. All right, so we got 8 people back so far, and that's good. It's not a requirement. Somebody may have something to do, and that's okay. Let Joe know we're back too. Is that? Oh, there's Joe. Let Joe know we're back too. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but I went in there and there was an orange light on the modem. And I thought, oh, heck, we have no internet. Tried to go to surf the web on mine. And okay, let's get back here. We were doing this end here. Blower on. Where did I put my knife? Over here. Here we go. All right. Let Denise know too, Carrie. She might have been on her way home or something. I decided to do the dishes. That's awesome. Good thing to do. Okay, 0.58 coming down. This young lady gets a 0.54, I believe, if I remember now. Yep, 0.54. Rebecca, I can't believe it takes over 4 or 5 days to get here from Wichita. It's only 3 hours down the road. Isn't that crazy? I can't wait to see how Mickey's artwork looks on the side of my cup. Should be cool. How was it easy printing or what? Yeah, I unplugged the modem and plugged it back in. Yeah, I went to the AT&T app and I said, internet is off, and their little AI took me through, just unplug it and plug it in. I'm like, oh, I guess that, I didn't think that would work, but may have been. I'll do that from now on before even talking to the app. Yeah, Rebecca, as you keep doing more and more of these sublimation things, you'll learn what's easy, what's not easy, where you want to spend your time, where you don't want to spend your time, all that kind of good stuff. Anxious to hear all the learnings. Turned out amazing. Nice. Yep, that's all I did, Jess. Unplug, plug it back in. Yes, we have fiber now too. We had Cox Cable for the longest time, and then about a week and a half ago, whatever it was, we got the AT&T 1000 up and down. Whoo, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Cox wasn't bad down, but they were terrible up. And since we stream a lot, it's important to be able to have that nice fat connection. Yeah, you put your finger in your ear, Rebecca, rub it around a little bit, shake a few molecules loose, and all of a sudden you got an idea. Jess, isn't it what they teach us in school? Shake that brain around, you'll figure it out. That does not look like the center. 2 5/8. Yeah, that's it. That's on the money center. But man, when I put my divider up there on that center thing, and I'm going to do either side, maybe my divider's off. So there's one there, and there's one there. Those are nice and equal. Looks like about 1 5/8. 1 5/8. Dang, my eyeballs are all off or something. Hey, Rebecca, baby is 4 to 5 days because maybe it's 4 to 5 days. Yeah, it's probably true, Carrie. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm IT and I should have known that. I just figured there was something fancier with all this fiber stuff. But no, just unplug it, plug it back in. Okay, we'll do it. Occam's razor, right? Simplest solution is usually the true solution. That's a variation of Occam's razor, but you get the idea. It very well could be an optical illusion. I prefer popsicle illusions, but we'll take this one. The dark and the light going back and forth there. Yeah, I believe that. But I have for 3 years now. Every time I mark the middle, I go, there's no way that's the middle. And then I measure it, and it's the middle. It's just the permanence of the blank, right? Once you start tearing into it, you're committed. So it's got to be right. Kevin's on his way home tonight. He's probably at the airport now. It's what, 7 o'clock here. It's 6 o'clock. Oh, he might be a little early yet. Might be on the way to the airport. His flight leaves at 8:40 their time there. He's been in Salt Lake with his best friend, John, who's a fabulous guy in many rights. Yeah, telling you, that's pretty fast. Hello, Ann. Good to see you again. Okay, I got to get a little sexier curve on this side here. There we go. Sexy Lutellan. Everybody remember that from the South Pacific? Sexy Lutellan. All right, blow her off. Let's get the diaper in place here. Carrie's going to order some new bathroom bath sheets and stuff, so I get the old bath towels, which means I'm going to have some new under diapers here. Ah, ah, ah. Me too, Joe. I loved Brigadoon a lot, and then I saw one of the Carrie pictures when I first started dating her in college or high school. I forget which one. She was in a college, she says. It was in a thing of Brigadoon. I'm like, oh, I love that movie. And if you really want a good take on that, watch Schmigadoon. It's actually a really good satire, singing musical. Kristen Chenoweth is in it, but it's funny. Schmigadoon. I wish they would continue it on, but I think it was just 1 or 2 seasons. Sexy Lutelin. Carrie and I have been saying that back and forth for about 100 years. Every time something's cool in the house, like, oh, sexy Lutelin. Remember, the back in the 70s, it might have been late 60s, when to compliment a woman, you called her Foxy or a fox or Foxy lady. And I thought, that is the dumbest term ever. I understand its intent in its meaning, and I guess Sonny Bono made it big with that word or whatever, but it was just dumb. She's not a fox. She doesn't even have a tail. Ooh, feeling good. What happened? I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Don't blame me. I wasn't here all day. Fox on the Run. Whose song was that? Fox on the Run. Band on the Run. Oh, well, Joe said Fox on the Run. I'm like, is that a song? Try again, says Carrie. It's Band on the Run. Carrie thought it was Man on the Run, but then found out it was Band on the Run. The Sweet something song. I can't see the word yet. It'll pop up in a second. The Sweet sang that song. Oh, the Sweet. Band on the Run. Oh, man, I need to play some 60s and 70s music. Maybe just early 80s, too. There just never will be another time like that, and it was unique. Could never happen again. Too much electronics, too much AI, too much whatever. Remember how the only way you could see the people who played in the bands was either go to concert or watch American Bandstand or Soul Train or something like that. Midnight Special, Don Kirshner's rock concert of one of your 3 or 4 TV channels with your rabbit ears and your foil stuck in there to get better reception. Can I get a slice and a Choco Milk? Oh, what is that from? And the guy said, sure, dog, you can get anything you want. That's funny. I know that. I've heard that. I just don't remember what it's from. I'm going to have that song stuck in my head for 2 days now. Can I get a slice of Choco Milk? Yeah, the reel-to-reels are still used for a lot of mastering and stuff like that. It's pretty high quality technology. And the more digital get, the more we go back to analog. Albums are sort of making a return because the sound is just superior. I don't know why, but it is. I had a lot of 8 tracks. Then we had a ton of cassettes. I remember my second paycheck out of boot camp. I was in submarine school and I bought this Panasonic. We'd call it a ghetto blaster now, but it really wasn't that big. It was just two speakers that were 6-inch speakers, cassette deck in the middle, AM, FM type of thing. Man, I so quickly consumed a number of cassettes, mostly country of nature, a little bit of rock and roll. But my goodness. Supertramp was the very first cassette tape I bought. Supertramp, Breakfast in America. Now, prior to that, before I joined the Navy, my favorite album was Jim Croce's. Can't remember that. It was a blue one. I think it was Photographs and Memories might have been the name of the album. Man, I played that like a billion times. Of course, I had some George Carlin cassettes too. Cheech and Chong. Breakdance in the 80s. Yeah. Those were the days. Heading to the airport now, Kevin says. Excellent, Kev. Hope you had a good time. Whose house were you at in Bluffdale? Is that John's brother, John's mom and dad, John's cousin? I was trying to see Kevin. Carrie says, is Kevin at the airport yet? And I said, I don't know. So I did the old Find My iPhone. I said, oh, he's somebody's house in Bluffdale. You still have a ton of them, Joe? Kevin had a huge treat. His buddy John, been best friends for like 1,000 years, it seems, but they were both single back in the day and they were in the same ward and church together and just became good buddies. And John treated him to a Jazz Lakers game where they were sitting courtside, almost in the front row, probably second row back or third row back. I don't really know. I was at oldest brother's house. Oldest brother's house. I don't know what that means. John's older brother? Is that it? He considers John his brother, and quite frankly, so do I. Of course, John, I figure he's like my son. I'm not in their league. I'm a little bit older. My new older brother must be John's brother. And we were just watching something on YouTube today, the opening of the new highway from Bluffdale to Lehigh. They just opened up some new backside road there going down past the Army base there, or the National Guard base there in southern Utah, southern Salt Lake Valley. Everybody's pretty excited for that. Always good when you get a road open and drain the traffic off of some of these streets when people are just trying to get to work. Yep, we'll just change your name, Kev. We'll get a new driver's license or a new ID for you. No worries. Heck, Kevin, if you weren't part of my family, I want to adopt you too. So I get it, man. I get it. Yep, Kevin starts his new job in the morning. Probably get home about 1 a.m. to the actual house, and he works at 10. I think mom's going to pick him up, and I'll take him to work in the morning. So I'll get up early, get one premiere out of the way, take Kevin, come back, keep on cranking on the pens. All right, that's it for this one. Oh, that looks nice. There's really some great colors in there. Very earthy. Got the green, the gold. I think it's just green and gold. There's a little black in there, I think, a little highlight black. But it looks really good with that ivory there. That looks nice. I like it. Good pattern. I like those colors. If I could wear a bunch of green and brown suits, I would do it. Earth tones. Love them. All right, here we go again. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, it's a pretty one. Very, very earth tony. I love it. That good green and good gold. And the right gold and the right green really goes well together. All right, let's find the middle of this puppy here. That says it's the middle. I don't believe it. I'm going to measure anyway. Yep. Yep. On the money. That blows me away. All right, what are we going to do on this one here? Just got to play with these lines a little bit. Let's do, this is the one I did for Kevin's Spider-Man pen. 3 restraints. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that. White background makes it look great. So, Kevin, did you have a good time out there? Oh, that's good, Jess. I like it too. You know, with the right blank, and you got a good geometric pattern on there. Excuse me. It really looks cool, and it's nice on your hand too. It's a pretty simple turn, but you got to get it right. And yeah, it's I like it too. And I like 3 restraints the most because it looks the less busy yet filled. I did a 4 one time, and I sort of fell out of love with the 4 because it was just too busy. If you could imagine a hump being busy, right? I will smooth that peak off. There we go. Blower off and diaper in place. I have a pen blank from Jake Thompson. Oh, yeah, I know Jake. He's a good guy. Oh, that's cool. Yep, I got a bunch of his blanks too. Black with gold glitter. Nice. Yeah, I'm with you, Jess. I agree. I've been studying fountain pens a lot, and Joe, you'll be happy to know that I now own 5 fountain pens. None of them my own, except the first one I made. But I'm learning to write with them and just sort of get to know the world of fountain penning. But I'm excited to get caught up. Again, we got a little off there with my trip down to Dallas, and my trip to California put us off a little bit. Now we're back. Nothing really going on till about January 9th for me as far as travel goes. So between now and the January 7th, when the whole world starts up again, I will be in the shop, farting around, turning pens, figuring out the hardest part of making the fountain pen is the making the section that holds the nib. And I've got a whole bunch of plans. I got new drill bits for it, new measurements. Very excited. Once I master that, then I'll be like, oh, got it. And now I figured out why some fountain pen makers make their section of the nib, or the section that holds the nib, all the same color. They just make a lot of the same ones. Is because if you try to make it matching the blank and you screw that up, guess what? You don't have anything else to make that. Oh yeah, Joe, you and Carrie were out partying hardy. I was at my meeting, which lasted till about 11:30, and then we went lunch to Mi Cocina, right there by the Dallas Cowboys practice stadium thing. I think that's in Frisco, I believe I was. But Carrie said you and her had a good time. County Science Fair. Ooh, I love that. I was always in the County Science Fair, and it was always something electrical. My dad was good at that, and he was teaching me electrical stuff, electricity, switchings, lighting, voltage, batteries, resistors, transistors, capacitors, inductors, all that fun stuff. I love science fair. I was never the guy doing the volcano stuff. I was the guy doing the electrical stuff. Yeah, it would have been in Frisco. Yep. Our meeting was right there in Frisco. I forget the name of the building we had it at, but somewhere along Warren Avenue or Warren Road or something like that. Some big executive building that you could just rent a room from. So we rented a room there. Well, it feels nice and smooth now. Yeah. Had our meeting and had lunch. And Mi Cocina, I will never go there again on purpose. Wasn't bad. The food was flavorful and filling, but it wasn't exciting. It's a Mexican restaurant. And I expected it to be, I mean, where it was, prices weren't bad, but I expected it to be a bit more high end and eclectic, and it really wasn't. But it wasn't bad. Nothing bad to say about it. And in February, I'll be running the regional science fair. Ooh, nice, Jess. That is good stuff right there. Get those young brains full of mush out there turning the molecules on. So right now we're working on this hypnotherapy course for executives and entrepreneurs because they have lots of money. But once we get all the big money flowing in from those guys, I want to develop a program for children who come from abusive homes to get them a better start in life. I have a friend who's fostered a number of kids, and when you get someone who's 12 to 16, 17 years old and they're acting a certain way, they just don't really bend towards acting the right way because they've been surviving their whole life. And I'd like to get that trauma out of their brain and set them up for success. We like more spice than Mi Cocina. Yeah, Joe, it just wasn't that exciting. I'm with you there. It just wasn't that exciting. It was nice. Service was phenomenal. I mean, my goodness, I never had less than a half a glass full. They were all over that sucker. But you're right. It just isn't exciting. My first year doing the regional as the head coordinator. That'll be a big job. Must be fun to watch these kids come in there and get excited about doing that stuff. Mine taught me about a Coke bottle and a quart jar. Put water in the quart jar and then turn the Coke bottle to where the neck is in the water to have a barometer. Oh, very nice. That's cool. I like that, Larry. Yeah, teachers, man. I had a debate with something about teachers. And you know, Mississippi has really turned education on its head. They used to be the worst in the nation, 49 or 50. And the K through threes went back to teaching phonics and all that kind of stuff because they got to the point where nobody could read. And you're not allowed to get out of the third grade unless you can pass that reading test, period. They'll hold you back till you can figure it out. But they have very few failures because of the phonics they're teaching. Teach people how to read, how to write, how to speak. So now Mississippi is one of the higher educational places, if you could imagine that. That's where Larry's at, man. Tell you, Larry, they got turning that on their head. And we were having a debate about what teachers should be made. And I said, I think the teachers in the first K through 3 should be paid the most money. By the way, all teachers need a raise, but should be paid the most money. And I said, it should be $80,000 a year for K through 3. And I think it should be highly competitive to be one of those teachers. And maybe my number is wrong. Maybe they should make $100,000 a year. I don't know, but I think teachers down there, the most they make is 40 something. So I'm like, incentivize them in the K through 3 because that sets the foundation for the rest. Everybody else should be paid well too, but those first level teachers, man, they set the tone for those kids. Ooh, oh, that looks good. I like that. Look at the little size. Got nearly probably about 1 degree out of the middle. That's cool. Very nice. Good pattern. So we got some, I call this pink and purple. It looks like the purple has glitter in it. So that's nice. I like that one. Yeah, me too, Jess. That's a nice one. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that, but I really like that color. This is another good color here. Man, you got some good eyeballs there, Jess. So this is black. And this is, Carrie's going to correct me, but I would call that, listening to Carrie, a light teal. And then some mother of pearl. Did I get it wrong, Carrie? Oh. What is it, Carrie? What's that color? Is it aqua? It's not teal? I suck at this color thing. Glacial blue. Yeah, but what's the real color? Nobody in the world would call that glacial blue. So you can tell when I have drilled the almost near center of this blank, because when I turn it down and make it round, these on this side, these little football looking things, look almost like these over here. So we're nearly right in the center, which will help me play with this pattern. But oh, this is a dark purple with some swirliness to it. And the glacial blue with that, I guess you call that mother of pearl or cream or I don't know. Ice blue. Carrie can hear me. She's screaming at me over there. I wasn't book smart. I got a teaspoon of common sense. That'll get you further than anywhere else, Larry. You just got to be able to read, write, and do some math. You don't have to be a genius, but you know, and quite frankly, the trades are where it's at now. So if you can teach somebody to read, write, do math, and fractions and decimals, then they'll get the rest okay and they'll earn a living and be productive. And I have a Bachelor of Science degree in educational psychology with a major in curriculum development. So I know how learning is so important. Yeah, Joe, I missed you too, but I did see the pictures. Joe was mere miles away from me. But I'm glad you had a good time with Carrie. Okay, 56 coming down. Tim is no color. Correct. I often admit that. Everything to me is, like a box of Crayola crayons with 8 colors. Those are my colors. Those are my people. Beyond that, I do know what periwinkle is now. It's a memory. But Joe, I got a few fountain pens now, learning all about them. Going to be fun. Going to get a couple done over the holidays here. They are sort of fun to write with, aren't they? They make you slow down and do less scribbling and more actual writing. I feel like when I'm using a fountain pen, I'm in penmanship class or something. Slow down, Timothy. Take your time. Make the letters correctly and fully. But it really is fun making the fountain pen. I got the cap and the body down. Just got to little fat here. Just got to get this section down. Once I get that section down, I'm going to be flying free like a bird. Oh, Joe, I got your extra fine nib here. I just got to get good at making them. Absolutely, Jess. I love focusing on that. And the kids need it. They don't want to do it, and I get it because I remember, and I was always pretty good at math. It came naturally and easily to me, and science and stuff like that. But I remember sitting in 8th grade. I'm in an 8th grade algebra. Mrs. Paulus was my teacher. And it was the same teacher or same story as my English teacher. But I told her, I'll never use this stuff. Come on, man. I know how to add and subtract. I'll be good. And all I ever do in business is solve for X. Every day. Every single day using math. Nothing hard, no calculus, nothing like that. But solid algebra all day long. All right, our measurements should be good on these guys. That one's on the money there. That's on the money there. All right. Now, what are we going to do in the middle here? Let's see. Really want to expose a little more of this glacial blue. Look at me. I can even say it out loud. Yeah, isn't that funny? Hey, Starla. Welcome back. Oh, yes. Well, of course, Excel does that for me now. I put the data in. But I tell everybody, every young kid I see, you're going to use math the rest of your life. Get good at it now. You don't need to be an engineer to be good at it. You just got to know how to, my dear Aunt Sally, fractions and decimals. You know, what's fighting me is I want to do a mustache on this one because I think the patterns play well with it. And we might make this one a new Christina James doing a wide mustache because I want to play with those patterns. Let's see how that's playing. That's doing good right there. Wish this was a little more patterny and less black right there, but that's pretty cool. That's going to shine up really nice. Let me get some curve on this side here. That's what makes the mustache look good. See, I can do the starting measurement down here, but then I got to get a nice place for the fingers to lay as it goes up to that bulb in the middle there. There we go. In Christina Carr, we'll call this one just a little bit wide mustache. I rub it a lot because it feels good when it's smooth. It's so smooth. It's not finished smooth, but it's so nice smooth in your hand. And it's nice and warm as it goes around. Let's see how that is. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, I like these patterns on the side mostly. Yeah, this gives this area here a lot larger look. Very nice. Blow her off. Let's get the diaper over here. Give me all the something terms. Yeah, we got more. I got to write them down too because sometimes I forget them. I got to go back through the videos because they sort of just come at a spur. But yeah, we'll keep giving them to you. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll get Carrie to write them down. In fact, that's what you do, Jess. On your thing where it says artist choice, just say, I want all the new turns in the comments or something when you order the pen. And then Carrie will write them down, know what the new turns are. Yep, decimals are important. Yeah, Carrie never did good with decimals. Those Catholic teachers, they didn't teach her well. Kevin's really good at math. I mean, like really, really good at math. Yeah, I wish I could draw too. I got a buddy who's a really good artist, watercolor, sculpting, drawing. I mean, it just flows out of his fingers. Ooh, that's so smooth. I really like this glacial blue. I swear it's teal, though. What's that one we just invented last week or a week and a half ago, Carrie? Just out of the blue, it just came out. What was that turn? I have to go back and watch the videos. TIE fighter. Wasn't it some kind of TIE fighter? Oh, the spool. Yeah, that wouldn't look good on this one, but oh yeah, the spool. That's a cool one. That is a cool one. The spool. And I'm getting better at that one too. Somebody told me to wrap some string around it like it was actual thread and CA glue it in. And all I can think of is me making a huge mess of that blank and then having to turn all that junk off. I'm like, this is not going to be a good exercise here. But I may have to practice that. Maybe get some other kind of sticky agent other than CA glue, because CA glue can be gorgeous or ugly real fast. I like CA glue, don't get me wrong, but boy, I've had some issues with it. Hey, how you doing, Brian? Good to see you. How goes the farmhouse today? Or the vineyard? Is the farmhouse in the vineyard or the vineyard inside the farmhouse? Yeah, absolutely, Jess. That was a good one. The spool. Carrie, write that down. Jess wants the spool. And by the time I get to your next set of pens, I'll probably be real good at it. So that'll be a good time to get one. Right now, I'm still practicing. The vineyard is dormant right now. Yeah, right? Peyton Crown Molding. There you go. Inside job for the wintertime up there in New York. Yeah. Hope you're doing well, Brian. By the way, in case we don't say it at the end, everybody have a Merry Christmas. Coming up pretty dang quick. I was just playing some Christmas music before the live. I'm like, man, I got to get in the mood here. Got me in the mood real quick. Doing some Voctive Christmas music. Yeah, this is super dark purple with some glitter in it, with some glacial blue. And I'm going to say the wrong thing, but it's some kind of ivory with a sparkle in it, but you might want to call it not quite mother of pearl. Doesn't have that multicolored type of thing, but something like that. We'll see it here in a minute once we get it all shined up. This is a Rapture resin blank. Dan does a great job over there at Raptured Resins, making all that good stuff up. Carrie's got a big blowout live scheduled for December 31st. We're going to ring in the new year, probably be live for 5 or 6 hours, just having a good time. If anybody happens to not be doing anything out there in the world, then come and join us. Going to be turning some pens, drinking some nog, and just having a good old time. Yeah, I can't believe it's, I mean, on the 18th, it was like, oh, Christmas is like next week. My goodness. Time goes faster and faster the older you get because you have so many deadlines. I figured it out. That's what makes it go so by. You just got deadline after deadline after deadline after deadline. And sometimes that deadline is just putting the trash out every week. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's time to put the trash out again. Whew, that thing is smooth. Yes, ma'am. You bet, Christina. We'll be here. Just messing around, having some fun. There we go. I'm gonna see, this looks black. I thought that was black when I started. I'm gonna lightly buff this one. Kevin will do the big buff, but I'm gonna lightly buff it, and we're gonna go to the microscope on this one. Let me get the bushings out, because I really like this. I don't know if it's, Carrie probably told me it's blue, But it's either blue or dark navy or purple. I'm never good at knowing which is which. I'm not even colorblind. I just, you know, not the thing I ever focused on. Yeah, Kevin told me his buddy's parents want to adopt him. And I said, cool. What's my dowry going to be? He goes, you can't adopt me, Dad. You'll lose your buffer. All right, let me switch the camera now over to the microscope. Got that little buffed up a little bit. Yeah, Joe, right? I want my money, man. Been raising him a long time. Someone wants to adopt him. I just need some recompense. That's all. Okay, here's the color. Navy or purple. It's got glitter in it too. And there's the glacial blue. Yeah, this mustache is a really sexy turn for this blank. Navy. See, Jess says navy. Kara's screaming in there, I got purple. It's a maybe indigo. You know, indigo is in between blue and violet. Some nice shimmer in that mother of pearl looking, whatever that stuff is. Hey, look, it's an alien head. Jess has an alien head on her pen. No purple. Is it no purple dude or no purple dude? That's right. You guys are a riot. You making me chuckle. You making my dreams come true. Doot, 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 doot. Let's throw it back over to the diaper there. Let me get rid of that mess. Looks like somebody soiled the diaper there. I am a member of the Riff Raff Club. I don't know what that is, but comes from Turner's Warehouse. I'm telling you, Joe, I can't win here with the color people. They're just too good. Too good. Anyway, everybody, if we don't see you between now and Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. We will be live again tomorrow night. So if you're back, I could do it again then. But I will be doing premieres out the day. I should have 3 solid before we go live. I should have about 24 pens done before the end of the shift of ink and diamond painting. I won't be doing all 8 or 9. I can't remember how many I prepped now. But man, it was a process. It was a process with all those blanks. But you guys have a good evening. We'll see you soon. See you tomorrow night. Watch for the premieres. Soiled diapers. No bueno. Nope, not at all. And you guys have a good evening. Say goodbye, Carrie. Bye, Carrie. Goodbye, Tim. All right, everybody. See you around. Good night.